now and then put this on the video. Oh, we are live. Hello, greetings and salutations to each and every one of you over there. Hello, welcome to my room. This is your boy, Prince Dr. Chukwuemeka Edward Attah-Edeh. Anyamuna waro. It is muted. It was okay. All right. So let's mute that. You guys can hear me now. Audio is fine. Let me change the color to purple. That looks good. Okay, so you guys can hear me. You guys can see me. I don't know why this has paused over here. This makes no sense. Why are we paused? Okay, we're back online. I'm gonna mute that so I can't hear myself. Mm, but there's an audio going on somewhere. It's an audio going on somewhere. An echo. Where is the echo coming from? Let me see. Testing, testing. Okay, so something is still echoing somewhere. I need to find out what is echoing. And when I do, I'll probably fix that issue. But hey, you guys can hear me clearly right now, right? Audio is coming in fine from over there. Mm, what does it mean? Yes. Hello. I don't know why who is reporting my life for containing illegal goods. This is a keyboard. Okay. It is a keyboard that I have, and these are earpiece and phone. Maybe I should clear my table. You guys are weird sometimes. Stop that. All right. So as you can see, I'm set up now. Or is this supposed to just be my face you're seeing? I don't know what you guys want from me. Quit it. If you want me, I can just quit this regulated goods and services. I don't know what you guys mean by that. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live and start another one. Okay. So let me go ahead and do that. Sometimes the rules on all this social media, right? It's really baffling. Let's go ahead and end the live. Sorry, guys on YouTube. You guys are over there watching me do something to the side of the screen that I mean, I'm wondering what I've been doing. I apologize. Let me bring this into frame. So I have added you TikTok to my setup, right? To try to enhance and create, like, how will I say, a bigger audience, right? Because they say, oh, go on TikTok, you get more coverage. But I find it very lackadaisical the way that they choose to, monitor what goes on TikTok. I'm not judging them for whatever they can do, but my question is, you can see that I'm obviously not doing anything wrong, yet you flag my live for doing something wrong. What in the world? Anyways, there we go. Let's go ahead and end our live. Services plus, I mean, need that live goal. Let's set up a live goal. Save that. This is this. Hmm. All right, let me create a new setup. Playbook. Let me say all. Share the gameplay. All right, here we go. Interact. Let's go ahead and create this. Settings. It is good. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit live. So it's gonna go live in three, two, one. Maybe if he wants to just be looking at my face, that's fine. I'll just put you guys over here so that you guys can be seeing my face, and then I'm not distributing wrong information, or I'm not giving people um access to things that they're not supposed to. Forgive me. The guys on YouTube, welcome back. I appreciate you guys for being patient and watching with me and allowing me to set up this algorithm that I don't understand who has been programming it. But hey, we do our best to make sure we stay afloat in this universe that is ever sinking. But hey, let me see if I can get you guys nice and centered. Over there is good. My YouTube page looks good. Let me see what the audio sounds like. Audio sounds great. You guys can hear me clearly. You guys can see me clearly. Perhaps the lighting is a bit off. I will adjust this a bit so it's not like just shining in my face like that. Okay, that looks much better now. Okay, there we go. So we got some more lighting. The audio, the clarity is like getting much better. So I don't like the fact that everywhere is bright, but my face isn't really. So I will bring this one over here, and I'll put a purple hue over everything. But it kind of helps to accentuate the situation. Like it creates a more textured environment, so to speak. All right, let us begin. Welcome to the show. It is the Flight on the Wall podcast. You are here live with me. We are live on the Flight on the Wall podcast. It is the seasonal show that pops up every now and we talk about interesting topics. On today's episode, we're talking about foreigner setup. What's foreigner setup? Have you guys heard of a foreigner? Have you guys heard of a setup? Have you guys heard of those words used conjoined together? Or do you guys need? Let me know. Okay. Somebody says need to touch grass. Okay. Yes, foreigner setup needs to touch grass. Hey, that's that you need to have grass in your area, say maybe grass that you can always go and ground yourself with. I can deal with that. I can understand that. Sylvie, is that you? Please come on the live. I would love for you to come on the live. It's gonna be an episode that you guys will enjoy. We're calling it foreigner setup. Yes, for those who are just joining us, this is the Flight on the Wall podcast. It's your boy Prince Dr. Chukwuemeka Edward Attah-Edeh. Anyawuna Waro Hankembo of Abugo. But your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy4ShoT's, and it's a pleasure to have you on the other side listening with. I really appreciate you for being here live with me, having the patience to stay on board and listen to all the setup woes, so to speak. I have one more thing to set up, and that is the I never got the message from Instagram saying that I got the security code, right? So let's see, did I get that? Did that ever come true? I don't think so. Never saw a notification. Oh, it did. Okay, here it goes. Do not share. I'm gonna control C. No. Let's copy that and come over here. Where is it? There we go. Do it after this. Sure, why not? Okay, so it's entering, setting up, and yeah, seeing full. Sure. All right, so we're logged into this laptop now. So let's pull this one to the side. I am going to create a live video. We're going to call it, oh, we already have the Eddy4ShoT's Flight on the Wall podcast here. Audience is public. Next. We're going live on Instagram as well. So we're going to have 3 live streams going here today. So we go live with software, copy, go live. I don't want to go live with the software. I want to go live straight from here. I have to have a streaming software to go live. That doesn't equate to what I need. I do not like that. So I'm going to turn that off. It does not excite me one bit. So Instagram, bye bye. Let's go back to Facebook where we were. This is set up over here. This looks good. Tag people. Tag myself. Yep, done. Save. All right, so looks like we have a couple more things to go through. Add to your post, fill in, lovely, save. What else do I need to add? It's still setting up this YouTube. I don't know why it is. When you go like go now, public stream setup, video. Yeah, microphone is the default microphone. Sure. Alright, start screen share. I could share my TikTok page on my Facebook. That might not be too bad, and then I'll be able to see you guys when you guys hop on and say hello and stuff. You know, that might not be a bad idea. But I want to give Facebook its own accolades. But why is it so hard to create a Facebook stream right now? This has never happened to me. Start by creating a new event. Okay. Event name for the setup. I'm still waiting for people to join me live. Yeah, you guys are welcome to join me live. Come say hello. Come say hi. I'll be glad. That's why I want to open multiple stream of people so you can join in. Right? Let's see. This person is virtual Facebook live. You can see it. Public. Add co-hosts. No, I don't have any co-hosts for now. So create event. Okay. Let's minimize this for now. So it's creating the event. The event is being created. Suggested people. I'm sending this to the suggested people. Let's see if we can have them come on the show. I would love them to hop on. It's going to be fun if they do come online. Let's see. I would love to have all these people to come online and see. Yeah, big. Next. Yes, I'm sending this to all these guys, so hopefully they can all come in and say hello, add to the show, all that. Set up live video. Okay, so it's written, creating, please video posts. So I'm typing in my name now, like the title of the show, which is a Eddy4ShoT's Flight on the Wall podcast. As I'm setting up the foreigner setup, as a topic foreigner setup. Then I'll put this sign here. Eddy4ShoT's Flight on the Wall podcast. All right. Save. What else do I need to do? I think that's about it. What else? Why does it keep pausing here? It's like there's something else. Oh, description required. It's a podcast. Try. All right. So that's complete now. Finally, okay. Again, I now get what the thing was doing. So it says to go live. Go live automatic schedule time. Okay. What's the time? Let's just go live. Go live now. Boom. All right. So I guess we are live. Okay, that is live. I went live real quick. Hello, welcome to the show. So those on TikTok, they can see you on Facebook. So for those on Facebook, hello and salutation. Welcome to the show. It's your boy Prince Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Attah-Edeh. But your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy for short. And it's a pleasure to have you on the other side of the listening wave. Let me go ahead and place this lighting system over here so that it is brighter. You guys can see. But yeah, so if, this is not like in the way all the time, but at least it's clear enough for you guys to see me clearly. All right, so we're live on three. How will I say, three systems right now. Let me see what's going on. Why is my camera here not showing? So while that one is in setup mode, I'll keep that one doing its thing. But hey, we're live here on TikTok, we're live here on YouTube, we're live here on Facebook. Three streams going concurrently. We've been going live on a few of them. The longest has been TikTok, followed by Facebook, and then now you guys sorry, TikTok followed by YouTube. Then you guys now on Facebook. Welcome to the show. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, it's your boy Prince Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Attah-Edeh. Anyawuna waro hawan of Abugo. But your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy for short. And it's a pleasure to have you on the other side of the listening wave. Welcome to each and every one of you. Those people that have joined me. Hey, High Priest, is that you? Please, I would love for you to come join me. Come on the show. Come say hello. Biko. I would love for you guys to come in here. Let me see who is here live with me. David Dramadia. A few other people here. They came in, they hopped up, and then they ran away. I want you guys to come back. Come back and say hello. Or double tap. Let's see what's going on. But yes, for those who are just joining us for the first time, we host this almost every Saturday. Maybe we try our best to do it more concurrently every Saturday. We want to talk about many things that you guys are interested in. For example, today's topic, we're talking about foreigner setup. In this situation, I was setting up my system, and it's difficult when you don't have all the streaming platforms to multi-stream. So you have to do it yourself. So that's what I'm doing. I was doing in this whole situation. I was trying to set up a multi-stream how will I say mode where I can have the TikTok, I can have YouTube, and I can have Facebook running concurrently. Let's see if I can have. Let me pull up the TikTok page real quick. Okay, that page went down, so I'm going to open up my TikTok again to see if I. Okay, let's see. So, all right, so that live went in. But I don't think it's saved, so I'm back on live again. So let's try this. Good afternoon. How you doing? Good afternoon over there, Lady G. How you doing? Welcome to the show. I don't know why I couldn't see your text over here. The live just showed it over here. But hey, welcome to the show. So now I can see you guys' comments properly over here. Facebook, I can also see your comments over here. YouTube, I can see your comments over here. So hey, without further ado, if you guys want to join us on the show, you are more than welcome to hop on and come say hello. I would love to have each and every one of you here live with me so we can, talk about what's going on in the show, in the world. Talk about what ails you, what ails the world, what is it that you see that is a good thing, what is it that you see that is a bad thing, all those questions, things like that. Yeah, so I'm going to pull this one aside like so and open it right here so that it is not, yeah, there we go. So I have it there where it's like out of the way, and then this one is here. Okay, maybe I can have them side by side. So if I can have new add tab with new split, yes, and then TikTok. Boom. All right, what I just did was I just had YouTube and TikTok run side by side, on the same web page. So it's almost like I can have like a in real time, viewfinder of what's going on my TikTok, on my YouTube. So if I can add my Facebook to it, boom. High priest. Oh, I we just have we have a guest joining us. Welcome, 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 sir. How you doing today? I am highly honored that you are here. Yeah, highly honored. What? Are you kidding me? You said it. I don't believe this. This is absolutely amazing. Let me bring the microphone closer to them. Are you kidding me? This is absolutely fantastic. Welcome, welcome. I've been excellent, man. I've been doing my best, hustling while looking like I'm not doing anything. That is good. Indeed he is, my dear. Indeed he is. How have you been? Tell us about yourself. You're a first time caller on the show, right? Where's my dollars? Hey, if it's about the dollars, I forgot to give you plenty pass now. Since we the talk now, where my dollars? As I just enter, so you can tell me, oh, your cut that this one today. Oh, that's simple now. Your cut is about 17% today. You know how it is. 17%. So if I join for 10 days straight, I will amass 170%. I like the way your brain works, but that's not how percentages work. Of course, it will be 170 of 1,000 now. So yes. Yes, that's 10.7. 10.7. Welcome. Oh, it is well to have you. Welcome on the show. Hey, hello, great. Please introduce yourself for those that do not know who you are. Those that do not know who I am. I am that I am. Hi Bella, welcome to the show. Thanks for the comment. My name is Great. I'm Nigerian. I'm a music producer, a teacher, mixing and mastering engineer, and also an artist developer. I'm short, I'm black, and I have a big ass head. That's a lie that you are short. We know you are not. What else? Yeah, literally that. Nigerian based in Nigeria. Yeah, at the moment. Yeah. Very glad to have you on the show. I'm very impressed to have you here. You don't know that people don't know who you are because they don't know the people that you've produced and people that you are at the moment producing. Right? I'm very glad to have you here. You're an old time friend of mine. But for those who don't know that, could you tell them how you know me? Dr. Eddy, Eddy4ShoT's.
is a brother. You're my brother. There's nothing. It's been long. I knew him through his brother, which is also my brother. You know, that makes 2 C's out of 3 C's.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. He knows.
From school, that was, man, it's been long. The hell?
How many years now?
13 years, bro.
Easily.
What the hell?
Yeah, when you think about it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Yes, now.
That's a decade.
Yesterday, keep me now. So like yesterday, like, he felt like, bro, like, I'm just replaying scenarios in my head and, oh, God. Well,
such is life, my brother. Such is life.
Yeah, where's CJ?
CJ is probably upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever I do my podcast, I do it down in my room, and I just finished setting up the studio in a way where we are live on 3 platforms at the same time, and you happen to come.
That's 17% in 3 places. Jesus. Say, God, next Saturday I will come again. What?
So you know how it is. When you do the maths, you're like, oh, exponentially.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we're live on TikTok. Shout out to these platforms for their ability to sponsor us and have us on the show. We like doing it. We like doing this. We like talking about interesting topics. And talking about topics, we are talking about the topic called foreigner setup. And I won't have called anybody else better than someone that knows how setups work. So tell us, as a foreigner in another country, how do you set up?
Set up in what sense?
What?
Stream setup, evangelism setup. What setup exactly we're talking about?
I like how your brain works. You know, so when we come on this topic or when we come on this show and we talk about topics on this show, we like to branch out in a way. So I can say, okay, foreigner setup. If you're coming as a foreigner, how do you set up yourself, for example, or how do you set up your environment, or how do you think the world should be set up as for you as a foreigner? So we want to approach those 3 levels of consciousness, which is self, person, and self, world, environment, and world. I guess inner self, person, and world, if you could say like that. So foreigner setup in your situation would be, okay, in yourself, how do you set up yourself as a foreigner? And then as a person, how do you set up your system in like, for example, as a producer that you are, that would be for the world now. Like, how do you set up your systems to reach out to the world as a foreigner?
Well, that's like a triple threat question.
I like it. Yes, you know me.
Yeah. So if I was to look at okay, from the first perspective, which is setting up myself like in a foreign space, at first I think the most important thing always remains research. Before you delve or migrate or whatever into a new space or a new sphere, one needs to really understand what they are getting at. First of all, the environment. So, for example, I was reading about the Japanese, and I found out that it is actually disrespectful to wear your shoes into their houses. So coming from a place like Nigeria, for example, and having been to a couple of places as well, I've noticed too that to us getting into we find, in fact, in this part of the world, that is actually reverse is the case. Because if I have to come to your house and take out my shoes at the door, I feel like you're disrespecting me. Like you are, let me use the Nigerian lingo, So, but in another space, so I will not want to go to a space where you find out being disrespectful, and still, do that. If you do it unconsciously for the first time, you might get, this, little warning of, okay, this part of the world, we don't do this or we don't do that. But you preparing in time always keeps you a step ahead. Just imagine as a foreigner, you get in that space and, get into the door, you just take off your shoes and they're like, how do you know? And you're like, oh, I did a little research, before I came. Now, the respect they have for you increases, literally, because they understand this person understands value. Understanding value. Perspective. A foreign land, setting up on a foreign land, number one, the rules are very important. You have to learn the rules. Because there's no ignorance of the law. We had this to speak like this.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't be ignorant of the law. So one needs to, at first, learn the rules of wherever it is you're going to. Then understand. Learning the rules will tell you about the people. You understand? Yeah, I've heard of places where when you nod, instead of nodding in accordance, you are nodding in rejection. Like,
so to nod is to say no. What? No. That's counterintuitive for me. Like, as much as I've said, hey, double tap in the chat, guys. Like, double tap.
I'm like, bro, are you going home? You nod and say yes. You're like, what the hell? Who is this person? So all these little things that we think is, or that we think are little, they go a long way. Just like even in this same Nigeria, where there are places where we do not. Okay, there are places where they don't kill certain animals, they don't eat certain animals, strangers are not allowed into certain places and all that. Those are still important stuff. Like people that love water so much that they just go to a new place and the first thing they want to do is jump into the next river, any river they see and all. And, studying, we found out that in most places, there are some rivers that, strangers are not allowed in. So imagine just going and out of ignorance. That will not save you from the gods, because the person will still be dealt with. So that part is also important too. Please give me a second.
Sure, go ahead. I'll continue for a bit until you return. For those that are just joining us, this is the FlyEd on the World podcast, and we are live on 3 platforms today. We're live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. And if you guys want to watch this, you guys can watch it on your TV. We like to share to your friends. You'd like to have more people on the show, come talk about the topic. Today's topic is a very simple one and a very interesting one. Foreigner setup. Yes? Have you set up anything as a foreigner before? You felt like you are foreign to? Have you ever had foreign organs in your body and set up themselves inside you? For those that understand, I think the world understood back in the 2020s what it means for foreign bodies to invade you. But yes, we can talk about all sorts of topics in this podcast. And so you guys bring it on, share your mind with me. I'll be glad to elevate you to a higher consciousness, so to speak. Let me see if I can let's switch spots. All right, switch spots with this. No, okay, no, that's not how I do it. And I need to learn how to do this so that I can like just pop it in and. All right, so expand, boom. So I'm back on the big screen while we wait for our guest to come back. Perhaps he's doing something.
I'm back on this. I'm back on the small screen.
Back like he never left. All right. So we have him back again. So for you guys that are just joining us, don't forget to double tap, at least show us that you are here, or write something in the chat so that I'll read out to you to those that are watching on YouTube and on Facebook. All right. So
W's
W's in the chat, as they say. Yes, W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat. I've never seen this. What has the world come to? The funny thing, I used to like live stream, like how would I say, like since when I was a kid, but I never called it that. I thought of it as that. But right now, I just put W's in the chat, and I think for those that are watching, You guys would like to comment as well. Let's see W's in the chat, shall we? Yes, we are talking
I want to
about.
change it.
Well, shout out to Kataife for that one. I got to give him his accolades and due. And then for those that came before him, like Kaisenat and I should speed as well. Shout out to them. But here we are paving our way in our own little way and trying to make a way. As a foreigner, yes, you have to set up. I see W's in the chat. Thank you, Amuneke. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. W's in the chat for those, yes. We don't need much here. We just need a shout out to say, hey, we are watching and we're paying attention. The topic is foreigner setup. As a foreign, are you been a foreigner somewhere? Have you set up anywhere? Have you had a topic that you want to talk about that felt foreign to you? Have you had a meal that you ate that was foreign? Have you gone to places that are foreign? These are topics that we talk about. You can do a simple who, what, when, where, how. Who is a foreigner? Who is a foreigner? How can you set up? Where is a foreigner? Where can a foreigner set up? Yes. When can a foreigner set up? Because there are times of day that as a foreigner, if you go somewhere, people will look at you in some kind of way. But in other times of day, they will see you as other things. So that's the when. Then the why. Why set up for foreigners? Why set up for foreigners in the first place? Why have foreigners in the first place? Like what is it we're experiencing over here in the United States? Things like that. But hey, that's what the topic is. We're hoping that you guys can come. I don't know why this thing is writing W's multiple times. I apologize for that. But yes, I really appreciate each and everybody that is here live with me. It's really a great thing to have each and every one of you here. I will try to remove this link. I don't know why it is not. Let me reply this chat. Okay, I'm following this person as well already, so that's good. So thanks for the comments and the hearts and everything. So you guys should be able to see it now. Let me see. Let me refresh this page real quick. All right, there we go. So excellent. Thanks for the comment. So let me shout out to the people that are just joining us on TikTok real quick. Chef B, thank you for being here live with us. Appreciate you. Kim Rennie, Malo, thank you for being here live with us. High Priest, I don't know if you're available still. Thank you for being here live with us and I guess virtually. I really appreciate you. Comparing Rep, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. The AI just summarized the topic, which says the host discusses preparing for life as a foreigner. What's your experiences? So I would love to have you guys to come on live with me and come talk about things that are interesting. You see how the AI is summarized for me?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
We always upgrade up here. We always upgrade. But yes.
Speaking of this foreigner thing,
Mm-hmm.
it was like my first experience in Kibris. Like the way maybe you just walk, you're walking and so from one direction, another person walking from the other direction, and probably the person has a striking appearance that you just lock gaze and like trying to assess and all that. And I found out that most people then found it insulting. So, for example, let's say a guy is working with his girlfriend, and you might not even be looking. Let's say, okay, of course, the person is coming, so you just look and then, adjust your gaze and start going where you're going. The guy might just walk up to you and ask you, "Why you look at my girlfriend? Why you look at my girlfriend? I call police for you. Why you look at my girlfriend?" And we've seen cases where most of these guys ended up calling the cops. And
and what did the cops do? The cops didn't say, "Oh, you are just looking at his girlfriend." What did the cops do?
Yeah, and the cops would be like, "Yo, please, no issue. We cannot tell you anything, but please try as much as possible to not, be caught looking at, their girlfriends and all that." Which I think is, in one way, is crazy.
That's
at the same time, these same people that some of them will tell, "Oh, why are you looking at my girlfriend?" and all that. You now find out that sometimes when you're walking past the ladies, they'll be like, "Oh, sorry, can I touch your hair?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, like let's say you have dreadlocks, or you're rocking a big ass fro like I was, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, can I touch your hair?" And man, somebody just called the cops on me because they thought I was looking at their girlfriend, and now somebody else is asking me, another girl is asking me, "Oh, can I touch your hair?" You understand? So it's just it's a crazy space. So how I was able to manage, both scenarios was crazy. I still today I still can't, fathom how, but some way somehow, I just stayed clear, and all that. But also another thing I wasn't prepared for was the food.
The food. Tell us about that.
Man, nothing beats kebab. Like doner is life, bro. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Doner is life. Literally. The first night I arrived, they brought then my housemate was like, "Oh, there's this stuff I want to order. I don't know if you like it, whatnot." Which I said, "Okay,
Privet,
let's see." And then they used to, when you buy a doner, it comes with an Iran free. For those who don't know what Iran is like goat milk. So my first day there, or my first night rather, my housemate ordered one for me, and it came with an Iran, and he's been there longer than like a year before or so before I came, and he tasted it once and he was like, "No, the Iran is trash." So what he does is he just stores them up till he eventually throws them away. So on getting there, the order came, and I tasted it, and I was like, "Well, this is actually nice. Why are you throwing it away?" So I ended up drinking both mine and his. So but the kebab was amazing. Like the doner rather was amazing.
Doner was amazing. So how was
from that first night I got hooked.
How was it to shop over there in Cyprus?
Shopping was good. Like I think Turkey has the best quality of jeans in the world. I don't care what anybody says.
Good evening.
Like it had like really nice jeans. Also, it's like when it came to clothing and feeding, it was like very, very affordable.
Give me one second.
No matter how much you had.
Sorry, hold that thought. I want you to hold that thought right there. Let me use this opportunity to shout out to people that are commenting real quick, because it's a good thing when they say hello, shout out to them on these platforms. So we have Sasha saying hello, Edward. Привет, Sasha. So she's Ukrainian. I will reply in Ukrainian language. Привет, Sasha. Jak sprawy, shotam. She's dobre, jak Liam i Afe. Jak все добре z Jacques i mama i всі друзьями, jak sprawy stan. Все добре с тобою, скажи мне. Write it in the chat. Say hello, say hi. I was telling her, how is she? How is everybody? How is the kids? How is her sister? How is her mom? How is her husband? How is their friends and everyone around her? Yes, that was the Ukrainian language from my side. And then shout out to Has, Has, saying good evening. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you for being here. Cool XT Kid, like the live. I appreciate you for liking it.
Yeah, that's my bro.
Your bro? Yeah, appreciate you.
That's my artist.
Your artist? Okay, I'm honored to have you live.
He's gifted as fuck. Like, fucking gifted.
Oh, like we are explicitly saying he's fucking gifted?
Okay, effing gifted. Forgive my man. Forgive my French.
I'm saying it's my podcast. I don't think. Look, in this podcast, I'm not going to stop you from cursing in times that you need to curse. Hey, go ahead and do so. But explicitly, we just have to remember that sometimes some kids might sneak on this and they might be watching us. So you don't want to influence the other generation to just be, adversely curse. How will I say? Viable. So we might want to use more elaborate language.
I hold my left hand to God. Forgive my manners.
All right, hey, cool ST kid, the fucking gifted person. Shout out to you. We want to say, as I said, you feel free to do what you want. I
You
like.
make me apologize. What the man?
It's awesome sometimes. I really appreciate it. But yes, welcome to the show. I want to shout out to everybody that is there. But go ahead. Sorry for pausing your line of thought. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. So like I said, the food was very nice, very very nice, and when it comes to feeding and clothing, you could literally get anything you want. Whether you are a thief, that wants to spend $100 a meal, or you are not a thief and you want to spend like $5 a meal, you could literally get anything you wanted. And there was this really cool place we used to go, the Thursday market. Like things were very affordable there. Like where the farmers would just come, like the flea market, I think, or the what they call this market you guys. No, not flea market. The market you guys go on. Oh God, what do you call it? There's this market you guys go on Saturdays.
Farmers market.
Farmers market. God bless you. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, so theirs is usually Thursdays, or was usually Thursdays. So you have a place, you go, you get stuff like freshly delivered, freshly plucked. So everything was like, in as much as the place was terrible in terms of what they call it, in terms of making a living, an earnest living, but they actually has structure. Has structure. And that structure enabled everybody to be able to, afford the basis. Afford the basis. For us, like you could actually get, a bread for like as low as 50 kurush, 75 kurush, one telling, so.
Oh, wow. What is the conversion rate?
Bread for,
What is the conversion rate?
Then the conversion rate was 1 against 2.6, 2.5. And sometime it doubled down to like 1.8. So it was between 1.8 to 2.5 at that point.
Okay.
That's $1 to like 2.8.
Okay, $1 will be 2.8. Okay, so it's like double the amount of. Okay, it's not double the dollar. It's like 2 times less than the dollar. Correct?
No, double the dollar.
Yeah,
so $1 was technically 2.8.
10 lira. Okay, I understood now. All right.
Yeah.
And the lira could get you around. Were you working? Were you how will I say, getting money from your parents, or how did you make income in a fund? How did you set up your pocket, if we could say, as a foreigner?
It was strictly off home. So most of the time, like let's say 80% of the time, was strictly off home. Because, like I said, making a living, an earnest living, was difficult because the system was not set, was not set in that manner. So apart from the language barrier, the students' visas did not cover that part as well. So it was, even for the jobs that came, they had to pay you like below the minimum and all that, because you are not supposed to be doing in the first place. So other than that as well, there was still times where it's a school setting now, so you might still end up doing assignments, for people. What else? I could make hair actually. So at some point I did, got some money, What else?
Hello. We have a guest joining us.
It was crazy, but I had to do everything, legitimate, to make an honest living when the cash was low.
The cash was low. I see.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let me use this opportunity to welcome our new guest. I think someone just joined us live here. Hi, how are you doing? Pearl Candy with 2 chocolate candy signs. Can you say hi? Come in and introduce yourself.
Good evening, sirs.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, sirs.
We're doing well. Where are you calling in from?
Anambra State, sir.
Anambra State. Oh, nice and good. That's wonderful. Tell us who you are, where you are in class, and let us know what is around you at this moment. What time of day is it over there?
Okay. Okay. My name is Candido.
Okay.
But that's my nickname.
Okay.
My real name is Obi Rejoice Chinanebere.
I like it. Obi Rejoice Chinanebere. Well, that's wonderful. Go on.
I'm a graduate though. I graduated last year.
Oh, congratulations to you. Impressive. What did you graduate from?
I studied sociology and anthropology.
I like it. Thank you, TikTok gods, for always sending me the right people. Sociology and anthropology, perfect for this topic that we have today. And I will have you pause in a second so that we can get the rest of the story from our guest, High Priest, and he will introduce himself as well. But before I continue, can you tell us again? Sociology and anthropology. Go on. What did you study? Tell us what that is about, real quick. A synopsis.
Okay. Sociology is all about knowing people's character. Just knowing, it's all about character. Studying people's behavior.
Okay. And anthropology.
Anthropology is people that don't believe in God. But me, I rejoice. I believe in God. I believe in God because I believe in God.
Okay, so you read anthropology from the creationist perspective, is what you're telling me.
What did you say?
I said you're telling me you read anthropology from the creationist perspective, right?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay. Excellent. See, I like it. I like it a lot. I love to have different perspectives in this my podcast. Yes. Allow me to introduce myself, but first, let me go ahead and allow my other guest to introduce himself, so everybody knows who they are on the show. The floor is yours. Great.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My name is Great.
That's such a cool name. How do your parents just look at you and say, "You are great"?
They are dangerous. Producer, teacher, artist development, mixing and mastering engineer, and others. Lagos-based, Nigerian-based, Nigerian-based at the moment, actually.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I think we lost our guest real quick, but that's what happens when network drops out every now and then. But we can continue what we're saying before she dials back in. Thank you for liking the live and coming in to say hi, shouting out from Anambra State all the way in Nigeria. Really appreciate how network does this wild connection and pulls people from all over the world. But yes, please, can you continue? Let's go ahead and talk about now that you're based in Nigeria, right? Tell us how that was the transition from university in Cyprus to Nigeria. How was that impact on you as a foreigner? Since you're not a foreigner technically in your own country.
It's been a while, but it was crazy. Like, bro, like I really do not advise anybody to make that much of a change. I don't think it's good mentally, or physically. Bro, I came back in winter, and you should understand what I'm saying. Coming back in winter to meet like a very hot
weather,
a very hot environment.
Got you. Transitioning from cold to hot immediately.
Bro.
Oh, that will hurt.
The sweating was profuse. Like
they'll think you're sick. They'll think you're sick, honestly. Hey, welcome back, bro.
It was messed up in terms of, the weather, now the food, the people, like everybody I left had, like I didn't know anybody anymore. Do you understand? I left, I was out for like 4 years, and, coming back was like, my life was in that space was unaccounted for. So I met a lot of things that I did not understand. I met a lot of things I met a lot of people I knew that I didn't know anymore. You understand? Like we related on a different level, and like we were really cool before I left, and coming back and trying to pick up the coolness from where, and you're like this. Okay, there was this guy then that like was really cool, and we shared the same plaza, literally. I call it plaza. It's like a couple of shops and all that. So he was in one office in the plaza. I was in another office, so we was cool. And so on coming back, I needed to do something which I knew he could. So the way you place a call to your friend and you're like, just make a little joke and get to the point and all that. Bro, I just called this guy, made a little joke. This guy was like, I don't get time for this nonsense, and he just called the call. I was like, okay.
You guys don't rapport like that anymore.
Exactly. I understand the fact that I changed, which I understood. Like I changed, understandable, but to that, not to act in such a drastic manner, and all that. I did not know what was going on. So immediately after that conversation, he dropped the call. I just deleted the number because
there's no need of reaching back to that person, I guess.
Yeah. So after that,
thank you for the likes.
I started trading. I started trading carefully around every other person because I don't know who these people are anymore. See, these days they haunts me because I think a lot of changes happened while I was away, and there are certain things that no matter how much they explain, you will not get it. You understand? So that vacuum still remains, and yeah, I still see myself living because it's still hard to remember.
I feel you indeed. Give me a second. Hold on, let me just let her know that I'm live.
I go through that period. It took, I think, the life of only once, and they announced it. Only once the light went up and they announced
hello,
it.
I'm live. Can I call you?
Going to be shortage. To be shortage of of power, blah blah blah. And now sometimes you stay a couple of days, no lights and all. Can't go for solar. And all that. So literally, that's it.
And that's what the transition, because of there's always power in Cyprus and constant light. Even if there's a blackout or a brownout, it comes back after a while at predicted times. But you now come back to a country that light no day before, but now now you're accustomed to a different type of living, so to speak. And now you're like, why are they taking light all this time? And now you have to go on gen or buy solar panels. That is actually a good and absolute impressive transition to the topic. So now, as a foreigner in your country, how did you set yourself up for success? to create the business that you're doing right now?
Music was an escape. Because you know, there's this saying I have that goes by